Andor's finale episode had its fair share of Easter eggs, and while I don't usually make videos pointing them out, I thought this one was so cool I had to talk about it. The creators of this show used a form of mind control on us, the audience, and while that may sound outlandish and incredible, allow me to explain. First off, it's amazing how the funeral procession score was played by the actual characters in the scene. Aside from the music being hauntingly melancholy, it felt as if there were more to it than simple notes played on space flutes. Something familiar, almost like we'd heard it before. I didn't even notice until I rewatched the episode, but during the title screen, we heard a rendition of the theme song, which has been slightly altered for each episode. But if you listen again, you'll find that this time it is played in the same style and with the same instruments as the funeral music. The same beautiful, plain, and slightly out of tune cacophony. Whether we realize it or not, we have heard this music before. That's why it feels so familiar. This is, in a sense, a sort of déjà vu. We don't consciously remember hearing that song before, but we know we have. The makers of this series have implanted that feeling in our minds, and when we get to the funeral scene, it hits us more than it should. It comforts us. It's comfortable. Music is incredibly powerful when used properly, and in this case, it helps us to empathize with the characters on screen. Just as they all knew Marva, we know the music and the accompanying emotions, even if we didn't know it at the time. I have even used this same technique in my own music, a repeated line or phrase, or a melody that comes back later but slightly altered. It brings familiarity to a song, a scene, where it shouldn't be. We've never heard the funeral score before, but our minds think we have, because that is what the showrunners intended. It is, in the loosest sense of the term, mind control. May the stash be with you, and I will see you, wherever I happen to see you in the galaxy.